And we are live. So good morning. This is the Arena Multiplatform Gaming News Podcast morning show for Friday, January 21st, 2022. I'm your host, Expat, along with my co-host, Burley of Burleman Gaming on Twitch. Burley, good morning. How you doing?
Doing good. It's minus 20 outside, so no outside for me 2 days in a row. How's your evening, Expat?
Here it's only -2. Here in the evening here in Japan. We did get some snowflakes today, though. We got some snow. A little bit. Yeah, just a few snowflakes here and there, and then the sky cleared up again. But yeah, I mean, -2. Yeah, maybe at night -4, -5, but that's about it. So yeah, not as extreme as it is for you out there in Canada. So.
And Carl says 65 here in Florida. Yeah. Thank you, Carl.
Hey, Carl. So Carl is our other co-host on the Arena Multiplatform Gaming News Podcast. Welcome in. So yeah, 65 degrees Fahrenheit. So for all of us other people that actually go by Celsius, what does that mean, Carl?
18.3.
18.3. That's that's about right.
Oh, I'd take that right now.
Oh yeah. I'm sure you would. That's like summer weather in Canada, right?
Oh yeah, that's summer.
Yeah,
it's nice outside. I can be in shorts. I can.
Right.
Means it's beautiful, he says.
Yeah. It's Florida's similar to out here in Japan in the summertime. Hot, sticky, and humid every day. And then, of course, in September we get the typhoons, which in Florida it's the hurricane season, but yep. And Z shows up. Z, I have a gift for you, a special morning gift for you via Japan. Here it comes.
おはようございます皆さん Good morning motherfuckers 起きていない人もいますね早く、
ね
起きて
早くZ, translate that for us, man. You too, Carl. Get out the Google Translate.
Hi, peace.
Hey, Peace, how you doing? Yeah, so good morning to you. So good morning to all of you. Of course, that was for Z, but I mean, that's our little Japanese message. I'll just tell you right now, that was not my wife's voice, okay? So, and it wasn't.
I was about to say that.
Yeah, no. Anyway, so Carl says, why did that sound sexual? It's not sexual. It was just good morning and wake up, get up. That's all it was saying, basically. Yeah.
It
did sound, it did, but that's how a lot of Japanese women speak, So to people in the West, it probably sounds like that to them. So,
whereas expat more hears it like, just telling me to get up.
All right. So anyway, let's get to the topics for the morning show. So we're going to be talking about Sony's response to Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard. Of course, Phil Spencer, he's really eager to get some of those old franchises back up and running again. We're going to be talking about that. And then we're going to also be talking about Lego Star Wars and the extreme crunch that the developers are experiencing right now. And this was from our co-host Carl, of course. The final news story we're going to be talking about. The NPD group came out with their list of top games for December that Carl gave to us. And the NPD group came out with that list the same day as the Activision Blizzard, Microsoft acquisition of Activision Blizzard. So it didn't get really much press because of that. So we're going to be talking about that at the end of the morning show today. So, Burley, it's time for our coffee. So let's get those coffee mugs out, everybody. And right after this brief video segue, we'll get to the first story. Here we go.
Coffee button activated.
Yeah. Okay, we're back, everybody. So you saw this coming, Burley, right? I mean, Sony expects Microsoft to continue to ensure Activision games stay multi-platform. Just like I'm sure Microsoft expected Sony to continue to ensure that other games stayed multi-platform as well. And look how that ended up in a lot of, instances. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and read this story for you all. So this is from Tom Warren over at The Verge and Sam Byford over at The Verge. So let me go ahead and read this for you. Sony has responded to Microsoft's blockbuster proposal to buy Activision Blizzard with a comment on what that might mean for the future games like Call of Duty on PlayStation consoles. Quote, "We expect that Microsoft will abide by contractual agreements and continue to ensure Activision games are multi-platform. Just like our podcast is a multi-platform gaming news podcast." End quote. A spokesperson tells the Wall Street Journal. That statement's wording is less than definitive. It's not surprising that Sony would expect Microsoft to honor any existing contractual agreements regarding PlayStation games, as it did when PS5 console exclusive Deathloop was released after Microsoft's acquisition of publisher Bethesda Softworks. And Burley, I'm still looking forward to playing Deathloop later this year on Game Pass. Anyway, once existing agreements expire, it opens the door for Microsoft to pursue Xbox exclusivity for the many franchises it's acquiring. The big question is around Call of Duty. The franchise is hugely popular across both Xbox and PlayStation. But Sony has had a Call of Duty marketing deal in place with Activision for more than 5 years. Quote, "PlayStation is the new home of Call of Duty," end quote, declared former PlayStation CEO Andrew House during Sony's E3 2015 press briefing. Sony revealed in November that Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War was the second most played PS5 game for the whole of 2021, behind only Fortnite. Call of Duty also secured both of the top spots for US game sales for the whole of 2021, according to NPD, and we're going to be getting to that later. So, Burley, how do you feel about this parental type of wording here? We expect.
Well, yeah.
We expect you to do this.
Yeah,
Bow down
Sony's doing this because when this deal got announced, they lost their stock dropped 13.8 something percent, and they lost 20 billion.
Oh yeah.
It looks like it's gone back almost about up from last I checked yesterday. They're just I think they're also trying to remind people we do have deals in place with them, so these deals aren't just going to end.
Yeah.
And not to mention, Microsoft did pay 68.7 billion because everyone seems to just want to say 70 billion because that sounds better than saying the actual number. Microsoft's not stupid. To repay that, you're gonna have to sell. If you want to repay that and get your capital quick, you want to stay multi-platform at least for a while, and they're going to for a while anyways because this deal's got to be take a year and a bit to go through.
Yeah, probably by next June of next year. Yeah, 2023. So. And
Call of Duty and all that stuff just sells a ton. Like as I said, the exclusivity that it has on PlayStation, the exclusive content. Yeah, I'm sure they have that in place for the next Call of Duty and probably the Call of Duty after that.
Yeah.
So they have those lined up. It's whether or not I think Sony's just trying to remind people it's not going away in the next year or two. After that, we'll see, but I don't think so. But we'll go later on that stuff.
Yeah, and Carl in the chat, or actually Z first says, "I just had to rescue Cassie from a moth." Casey. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah. So I stand corrected. Casey from a moth. Okay. And Carl says, yeah, Sony. I also expect Final Fantasy VII Remake to be on Xbox already after the 1-year exclusivity ended. So, yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's not just on PlayStation anymore. It's on Epic.
Right. Epic Game Store. Yeah. So... Yeah, I mean, Sony, they're shaking in their boots right now, but I mean, yeah, for at least this year and into next year, nothing's going to change. I mean,
No.
like we're saying, it's going to be probably 2024 when we see any big changes, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe for Bethesda games from next year, maybe. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. But because the Bethesda deal was last year, so yeah, we don't know. We'll see. But yeah, it's just it's kind of ironic that, you know, Sony comes out with this kind of language and wording. You know, it's like, you know, they're no angels out there. I mean, they.
Oh no.
Yeah. So.
Both
you know,
companies have been
guilty.
guilty.
Yes, they're all guilty. Yeah. So. Okay, so
Carl says, "Good to finally put a little fear in them." Yeah, yeah. Well, like competition does breed good things, and
yeah,
can breed some really good things for us all.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just a matter of it'll be interesting to see what goes on and happens.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, but I do like to see this a little bit because, you know, and this is not just Sony, but I mean, this, unfortunately, I hate to say this, but this is for a lot of Japanese companies are like this. You know, they're very parental in nature when it comes to other companies, you know, that are not Japanese. So yeah, we'll see what happens anyway. So it's time to move on now. So next up, Phil Spencer, of course, the head of Xbox. He's going to be talking a little bit about some titles that he would like to see come back that used to be in the Activision and Blizzard pipeline. So, Burley, get it ready, man. You got the remote control ready. Okay, here we go, everybody. Oh, yeah. So right after Burley's drone ride, we shall be back with the next story right after this. Okay, so next story. This is from Matt Kim and IGN. Phil Spencer is eager to revisit abandoned Activision franchises. So there are a lot of questions still left to be answered following Microsoft's announcement that it will acquire Activision Blizzard, but with everyone involved keeping details close to the chest, some details are beginning to emerge, including Phil Spencer's excitement to dive into Activision Blizzard's library of retired franchises. Speaking briefly with the Washington Post, Spencer avoided talking about the future of ongoing blockbuster franchises like Call of Duty and World of Warcraft under Microsoft. Instead, Spencer spoke about the overlooked franchises Activision owns that Microsoft will get access to. Quote, "I was looking at the IP list. I mean, let's go," end quote, Spencer exclaimed. Quote, "King's Quest," end quote. "Guitar Hero. I should know this, but I think they've got Hexen." So he goes on. Spencer says once a deal is finalized, it's expected to close by the summer of 2023. The Xbox team will speak with its many developers about what possible franchises from Activision Blizzard they might like to work on. In recent years, Activision Blizzard has pointed its many teams toward key franchises, with studios like Toys for Bob now lending support for Call of Duty and Diablo. But this deal could potentially free them to pursue different opportunities within the Xbox game studios. As for the question of what will happen to the big franchises like Call of Duty, Spencer revealed on Twitter just today that he spoke with Sony leadership about keeping Call of Duty on PlayStation. But as with the nature of businesses, the wording is key, and even the experts are still deciphering Call of Duty's future on PlayStation. But yeah, I mean, Burley, what do you think of some of these, abandoned franchises? What would you like to see come back?
That is a good question. I love Carl's little comment, Uncle Phil.
Yeah, Uncle Phil, man. Yeah.
They have a lot of great franchises. Like I was really looking forward to seeing what they would do with the new Spyro. But then when they got fully absorbed into Activision, Toys for Bob, and all that, I was like, no. No, I don't want to see what they're going to do because Activision will make it full of loot boxes and shit.
Yeah.
You know them.
Yeah.
So, like, I really did like that Crash 4 that they did a few years ago.
Mhm.
2 years ago, I think now. So
Yeah.
I'd like to see Spyro come back. Maybe we get some more Crash.
Mhm.
But
I
they have,
want a Crash and Banjo game. Put Crash and Banjo together.
maybe.
I'd love to see that. I mean, that might never happen, but I would love to see that. That would be cool. Yeah.
Well, like I would love to see like Toys for Bob Vicarious Vision get Banjo. Let them
Mhm.
use Banjo.
Yeah.
Because you could do with those, because they've proven themselves with original and remakes what they can do for your 3D platformer, collectathon, and all that.
Right.
And use Banjo.
Yeah.
You have them. You have the studios behind it to do it.
Yeah.
Use them.
Yeah.
Now it'll be. They have tons of franchises. Guitar Hero. As much as I'd like to see that and like Rock Band come back.
Yeah.
The problem is, nobody wants those fucking plastic accessories in your living room and all that. Like we used to have, like when I was in high school, we had the Rock Band full set.
Mm-hmm.
It was cool, but it was annoying setting it up and then tearing it down.
Right.
And it's like, oh, got to get rid of the guitar, unplug the USB hub, the drums. It was more hassle than it's worth.
Yeah.
But they may just go, do a simple Guitar Hero game, throw it up here. You just have guitar. You can either play guitar, that's it. And here's X amount of songs that they can get the licenses to.
Yeah. Speaking of music, did you hear today some sad news? Meatloaf passed away.
Yeah. He was 74.
74. Yeah. It was unfortunate. Yeah. So it's too bad. So rest in peace, man. So, yeah. So, yeah. I mean, there's so much stuff that that I would love to see them work on. I mean, Guitar Hero, that's one of them. But, I think, go ahead, Burley. Go ahead.
I was going to say, they have so many franchises here that are dormant that would let people love. Like many people are speculating StarCraft is one they're going to go for because on the Xbox website of the franchises they show, StarCraft is key. And I think StarCraft 2 came out when I was still in college.
Right.
And I think it had one expansion a year or two after it came out. We never got anything more after that. So it's like, I don't know. Well, we could see Overwatch 2. I think that game's dead.
Really? I don't know.
Well, I don't know if you know. Overwatch is pretty much dead right now. They have Lego has sets for Overwatch 2 that are supposed to come out. They're not selling them. They're saying because of the scandals and all that.
Right.
But Overwatch has died. There's so many I've watched YouTubers that have been saying and showing how the game's numbers kept going, and then when they announced Overwatch 2, it surged a bit, but then when they started saying, oh yeah, Overwatch 2 and Overwatch 1 isn't going to be different.
Yeah, but I mean,
same content in Overwatch 1.
Yeah, but I mean, the competitive leagues are still running, I think, for Overwatch, the Overwatch leagues. But I don't know.
They've been dying off, the numbers. Yeah. Carl says, I was decent at Rock Backstrom because everyone wanted to play guitar. See, I did vocals. Yeah. I know that shouldn't surprise anyone.
And then Carl also says, I want a new prototype. Yeah.
Yeah, those were interesting games.
Yeah.
That could be interesting. They have so many franchises they can hit.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of you throw them on a fucking dartboard and you just chuck the dart at this point and
if you hit it, whatever it lands, that's the one you work on.
Well, yeah. I just I would love to see is just start porting some of these older games.
Yeah.
Putting them on Game Pass, putting it so ease of access.
Oh yeah. That will happen if they're made, so.
Yeah, well, I just meaning for the older titles. Because here's the thing. The retro market is insane.
Yeah.
It is stupidly expensive because of COVID. The market is so inflated. You put a lot of these and just, I'm not saying day one you need to have all 7,000 titles or whatever the damn number, right? All on Game Pass. You start putting them each month, put a bit. You're going to get more people because when it's cheap and easy to access and I can easily just play it on my Series S or on my PC or on a Series X, You're going to sell.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think as we get sooner to the finalization of the deal, you're going to see a lot of those games jump onto Game Pass. It's kind of the same with the Bethesda deal. I mean, I think it was before the deal was finalized and finished, they started throwing some of those games up to Game Pass. I think it was.
Yeah.
Either that or is like the day after it finalized. I don't remember correctly.
It was like 2 or 3 days after, something like that.
Yeah, maybe Carl can help us with that as well. But I mean, yeah, as soon as it gets finalized, boy, you're going to see tons of stuff come to Game Pass. I mean, we might see a month where we get 20 games from
I think they
library.
might spread. I think they might spread them out. If
they'll
I
spread
was
them out,
Microsoft-
but I mean, I could see like the first month we'll at least get 10.
Oh yeah, we'll
So,
get a
yeah.
few. I would spread them out. Microsoft, like I would do like 5 or 6 a month, because
Right.
then you're not just getting one guy that it's like, I'll sub for the 1 month. Damn it, Diablo 2 remake's coming next month. Fuck, I got to sub for the next. This. It now gives me a chance of, I think I may play Diablo 2 remake, because it's like, it's on Game Pass.
Yeah.
Grab it through there and play.
There you go. Yeah. Or Diablo 2 remastered, yeah.
Yeah, remastered. That's what it was called.
Yep.
I can't remember.
Oh, well, it's the same. I mean, come on. All right, so it's time for our next story. So we're going to be talking. Speaking of Lego, Burley, we're going to be talking about the Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, as well as the development hell, supposedly. But first, this brief video segue. So right after this.
Touchscreen mode activated.
All right, so Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. Yes.
Hey, it's the
It's led
prequel's
to-
second best villain they're showing.
Yeah.
Darth
Has led
Maul.
to has led to extensive crunch at TT Games. So I'm going to go ahead and read this for you. This is from Polygon.com and Jack Yarwood. So in late 2017, development studio TT Games began work on Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga at a time when dozens inside the company were at odds with management. Citing frustration over tight development schedules, the company's crunch culture, and outdated development tools, more than 20 current and former TT Game employees tell Polygon that calls for change over the years had largely been ignored. Yeah, because they didn't want to pay more money, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Multiple people who worked at the studio remember breaking down outside of work hours because of the workload and some of the stresses they were under. Quote, "It was a very soft-spoken blackmail," end quote, one former employee says. Quote, "If people don't start doing overtime, there's going to be problems," end quote, although the problems were never specified. Some former staff even came up with a term to describe their experiences at the studio, referring to them as, quote, PTTSD, end quote. With the Skywalker Saga, an adaptation of all 9 main films in the Star Wars series, management promised employees a longer development timeline and a new engine. Unfortunately, this did little to improve the situation, according to employees. Multiple staffers say that management ignored warnings about switching to NTT, a new engine being developed internally, and say that the longer time frame was unsuccessful in alleviating crunch. Over the past few months, Polygon has spoken to more than 30 current and former TT Game employees, all of whom spoke anonymously due to non-disclosure agreements and a desire to avoid negative repercussions. So they opened up about the studio's challenging work culture over the last decade and a half and the Skywalker Saga's difficult development cycle. 2 years have passed since TT Games and publisher Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment announced the Skywalker Saga, and the game has been through 3 delays. Meanwhile, TT Games, which employs hundreds, has seen high staff turnover and has undergone a change in management since development on the Skywalker Saga began. So here you go, Burley. I mean, this is another perfect example of a company that maybe Microsoft should acquire. I mean, especially after what's gone on at Activision Blizzard. maybe here's another situation where Microsoft can become the savior and come in and acquire them. That's another story altogether. But let's stay focused on the crunch and the situation here. So I think this game's probably going to be delayed again, yet a fourth time. I don't know. What do you think of what's going on here?
Well, first, Carl's like, the Blizzard library on Game Pass PC should be nice. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it will be. Yeah.
I'm getting a communication from the Force. This game is being delayed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am not for crunch and, bullying people to make them work overtime, to make them feel shitty. Because I have been in that instance where I used to get treated like crap because, other people are putting in, like my boss, because he put in longer hours than me.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, you're only working here 10 hours of your day? You should put more. And I would put like 14 hours a day, and it's like, you're only putting 14 hours a day in. It's like, you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Yeah, like this stuff sads me. This is a Lego game.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't, your big Red Dead Redemption 2. This isn't your big blockbuster game, AAA game that is, supposed to change the industry and be like, wow, this is amazing.
Yeah.
This is a Lego game.
Yeah.
I'm not insulting Lego games.
Right.
I like them a lot, but this is just a fun little game. Like,
yeah, it's a fun little game, but it has the name Star Wars attached to it. I think
it's because it's a Star Wars and it's a giant of all 9 films.
Right. Yeah.
Like Carl saying, the Breath of Wild of Lego games.
Yeah.
But it's like you already have the first 6 done in episode 7.
Yeah.
Like, I know you have to you need to pretty up 1 through 6.
Yeah.
And you got to change menus and stuff.
Right.
That'll take work. 7, you don't have to really do too much. You just need to add 7 in.
Mm-hmm.
So I forget. Did we get a game for 8?
No, we did not. No.
Okay.
The Force Awakens is the last one that came out. So
yeah. So you have to do 8 and 9, make your levels out of that, and then.
Yep.
But it's like, so they're probably TT Games is wanting stuff like, this needs to be 4K and look like amazing. It's like, it's a Lego game.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mean, like, I know I'm harping on this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't expect a 4K Lego game, and you can only make the Lego bricks look only so good and like they're close to realistic.
Right.
Just have fun, have the goofy stories, because that's something I do like.
That's what it's all about. Yeah.
Yeah, because like I have Lego Lord of the Rings on the PS3.
Mm-hmm.
And like you would get the actual real story moments, but they do the goofy little jokes with it.
Yeah,
because
same with
Lego.
Same with Lego Harry Potter. I mean, they did the same thing. So
I didn't have that one. I wanted to, but never got it. But like
they did the same thing with those as well. So I mean,
you do that kind of stuff. That's the stuff you like, and that's the stuff, the charm, and then just collecting everything and getting all the minifigs, getting all the different characters.
Right.
That's gonna be fun, but like. To just make your freaking employees work overtime over this. Like I'm not one for working overtime unless it's needed. I work in IT. Mm-hmm. Like when a server goes down or a major application breaks, and it's like, okay, this is what the company relies on. Mm-hmm. Okay, suck it up, Buttercup. I got to cancel my stream plans. I got to cancel things. Like I understand that's the industry I work in.
Yeah.
This game, any major problems could wait till the next day.
Yeah.
You cannot convince me otherwise.
Right.
It's not like this game's an online battle royale.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like
get it out when it's ready. I mean, get it out when it's ready. But yeah,
it's this. They want to. I think they kind of keep getting it like out for May 4th. They kind of want to get it on the May 4th because May the 4th be with you and all that.
Right, yeah, all that.
But also get it when anytime something big Star Wars happens, like when the final episode of Book of Boba Fett or Mandalorian next season starts up.
Or Obi-Wan or something like that, Obi-Wan.
Yeah, they're wanting to hit with that because then it just helps even
Yeah.
though that game's not going to tie into any of those series other than, Obi-Wan's going to be in it, Boba Fett's going to be in it.
Right.
Sure, we may make Pedro Pascal as DLC just
Yeah.
because you have to at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, they're probably forcing them to make a whole new other game for Mandalorian or whatever, Mandalorian Lego or something.
Oh,
Who
God.
knows?
No.
Who knows?
No. Baby Yoda Lego.
Grogu Lego. Yeah, that's
Grogu and Baby Groot Lego.
right.
You know that's coming. And Carl, no, Burley, they have a deadline. Shareholders must be happy. Yeah, I get it. You need to appease shareholders, but you also, I don't know why TT Games is just going insane with this. This is just stupid to me.
Yeah.
If they're having issues making the game, fine. I can understand and respect that, but forcing overtime and just pushing and pushing. This isn't your Ghost of Tsushima. This isn't gonna make change how we think of games. This game's gonna sell well.
And another thing too, it's I just want to throw this in there too, Burley. It's like trying to use a brand new engine in mid-development cycle. That's not a good idea. I mean, if you're gonna use a new engine, start the development cycle with that new engine. Don't start the cycle and then midway through the development cycle say, oh no, we're gonna try this new engine now. That just blows probably 2, maybe 1 or 2 years off of the development and of the time you want to release the game. You're going to have to delay several times like this game has, so.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. And Carl's I'm kidding, of course. Who cares about fiscal years and year-over-year profits? Well, I get it because I work for a small business and profit and everything. That is important because you need profit to keep going.
Right.
But you need to you have to literally sit and think about this logically. Yeah. Because here's the thing: by the time this game comes out, how much of the staff is going to keep working there? By the time this thing done,
they'll be out. I think
there's a mass exodus happening.
Yeah,
it's just a matter of either before this game comes out or 2 months later, we're hearing TT Games lost 30% of their workforce or whatever.
And as this article was saying, you have a lot of you have some employees that are speaking anonymously, and they don't want to reveal themselves, and there's probably a lot of people that don't even want to go that far because they know there'll be retribution. So
they know there'll be retribution, and the problem is, look at the state of the world we're in.
Yeah. Exactly.
Even though there are tons of jobs out there, it's not always easy, and it's dog eat dog world. It's so super competitive.
Right.
They're you know what? I've got a family. Do I want to risk my paycheck?
Right.
And I can understand and respect them being I just don't want to rock the boat. I've got mortgage. I got bills. Right. I got this and that. I don't want to do it.
Yeah. Okay, so it's time to move on to the final story. So we're going to be talking about some of the NPD numbers that came out for December right after this. So right after this brief segue. Get it ready, Burley. Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is from the NPD group. So I'm going to show you the top selling video games for December here from this list. And what's interesting about this in a way is what's number 1, Burley? Call of Duty Vanguard. Call of Duty.
I have something to say about number 2.
Yeah, number 2, of course, is, yes, what is it, Burley?
Halo Infinite.
Yes.
Sorry for my language and this and my loudness here. Who the hell is buying Halo Infinite? I tried to tone it down a little, because I know Tweel, one of our awesome patrons, he does listen to this, and he's got a family and listens with headphones, so I'm trying to be better.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, Tweel.
Yeah.
I forget at times, but PC Master Race. But like Halo Infinite, who is buying it? Who?
Z
Like,
says, I heard Aloy.
no, we haven't gotten to Aloy.
Yeah.
That's next month for sure. We'll be talking about Aloy a lot next month.
Oh yeah,
But like,
from
Halo
around
Infinite,
the 18th. Yeah.
I know no one that bought it. Everyone's been playing through Game Pass because you can play through Game Pass.
Yeah.
So,
okay, so let me go ahead and read off the list. Top 10 selling video games for December: Call of Duty Vanguard #1, #2 Halo Infinite, #3 Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. There you go, Burley, some Nintendo with Diamond and Pearl making #3. So Madden NFL 22 at #4, Battlefield 2042 at 5. You know, I was just going to ask you, Burley, what time frame do you think we're going to get Battlefield 2042 on Game Pass? I mean, with EA Play and all, I mean, they should just. I've heard.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if I wouldn't be surprised by summer.
Yeah,
because
I mean, they
that
should
game
is
not doing well, and that and COD, both ways. COD at launch, COD was a little bit better from what I heard, and not by much, I must say, but like. So Battlefield will do anything. I think EA may do that just to put life into the game, because I'm pretty sure, because this is also EA, Battlefield has microtransactions and loot boxes.
Yeah.
I know you're all surprised and shocked by this.
Yeah. Okay, so #6, Mario Kart 8. Mario Kart 8. Wow. #7, Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales. #8, Mario Party Superstars. #9, NBA 2K22, and #10, rounding out the list, Animal Crossing New Horizons. So, wow. Okay, so let's move on down to top selling video games, retail and digital for 2021. So for the whole year, #1, Call of Duty. #2, Vanguard. #2, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. So. #3, Madden NFL 22. #4,
thank you, gamblers that made #3.
Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. #5, Battlefield 2042. #6, Spider-Man Miles Morales. Mario Kart 8 at 7. Resident Evil Village at #8. MLB The Show 21 at #9, and Super Mario 3D World rounds out that list at #10.
Seriously, I'm glad to see Spider-Man selling well.
Yeah.
I really am. Yeah. I'm surprised Guardians didn't hit up there. I'm surprised Ghost, because Ghost was on a good selling spree.
Yeah. So it was retail and digital. So yeah. So those are the two lists that we wanted to go over here. So I mean, Call of Duty, Burley. So just think a couple of years from now, when everything for Call of Duty is on Xbox is going to dominate NPD sales.
But who's going to be buying it on Xbox?
Exactly. Yeah.
That's the thing. I don't buy games on my Xbox.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it. It's just Game Pass.
Yeah. Carl says go ahead. Yeah.
Number 20 is Forza Horizon 5.
Number 20. Number 20. Yeah. Yeah, but of course it came out, like in November. So, yeah. So, yeah, probably if it would have been out longer during the year, probably would have been in the top 10 for sure. So, yeah.
Pokemon came out around the same time and it got in the top, but Pokemon is just a giant.
Yeah.
It is I think it's Nintendo's second best selling franchise behind Mario.
Oh, at the end of this year, when the NPD list for 2022 comes out, that Pokemon Legends Arceus is probably going to be on that. It's probably going to be in the top 10, probably. So,
Halo and Guardians aren't in the top 20. Wow.
Yeah,
Halo I understand, because most people played it through Game Pass.
Yeah.
Because if you bought Halo, first off, why? You get nothing for your disc. That disc you bought,
right?
You if you have Game Pass, you get the campaign and stuff. It's not like they gave you a code and gave you a bunch of armor. I think they gave you some armor, but it's you got nothing for buying the game, so it was like just Game Pass it, and that's why I hear people like some reviewers that I watched, they're like, I have to give this game a little bit more because I just played it on Game Pass. It's like, yeah, that's great, but you should kind of review it as you paid for it.
Right.
Oh, Carl, AC Valhalla at 16 for expat.
Yay! I didn't even think it would be in the top 20, but anyway.
Oh, that game's been selling like hotcakes.
Yeah.
Because they keep putting it on sales.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to show you all, of course, our regular weekly podcast, The Arena, a multi-platform gaming news podcast, is going to be recorded tomorrow. So me and, of course, Burley of Burleman Gaming, and our other co-host, it's in the chat, Carl, Turn-Based Carl. We will, all three of us, be doing our regular weekly episode, and obviously we're going to be spending most of the episode talking about the Microsoft acquisition of Activision Blizzard, and of course the ramifications of this acquisition. We're going to be talking about that most of the episode, so I hope you can join us. It will go up to our Patreon in early access in audio and video format for the first day, and then after going public, the audio version will go up to podcast services. So wherever you download your podcast, you will be able to get it. Just search for The Arena, a multi-platform gaming news podcast, and you'll be able to catch it and get it there. And in video format, it will go to our YouTube channel at The Arena Productions. So you'll be able to see that after the first day in early access. So if you like our content, come check out our Patreon, of course, at patreon.com/thearena_podcast. And, you can check out all of our content there, and you can help us and, support our channel for all of our content that we're doing. So, if you like the content and you like what we see, like what you see, come and check out our Patreon as well. So, and of course, this morning show goes up to Twitter and to Twitch and YouTube Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, So, Burley, you excited about tomorrow? Getting ready to record this?
Oh yeah, and and spoilers, everyone. This one's going to be a long one between me, you, and Carl talking about all the stuff we've got there. It's not only just going to be about the Activision, Microsoft buying Activision, though that is going to be a big part of it. We do have one story, just a small tease for everyone, of a game series expats played and loves, and that I have played the first game of.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we're probably going to spend about 5 minutes on that.
5? That's way too many. Minute and a half.
Hey, you were saying 5 minutes earlier, Burley.
I know. I'm just teasing.
No, I was going to say, man, whoa. Yeah, so, we'll spend like 5 minutes on that. But, the bulk of the show is going to be about the acquisition, the big news this past week. So, we're looking forward to bringing that to you. So, I've been your host, Expat, along with my co-host, Burley of Burleman Gaming on Twitch. Want to thank Turn-Based Carl, our other co-host on the Arena Multi-Platform Gaming News Podcast. Want to thank Z, of course, for being here as usual. Peaceful Warrior 3 for coming in and lurking and, listening to us. And, of course, this goes up in video on demand on Twitch and on YouTube as well. And you can also watch it on Twitter as well. Later on, whenever you wake up and get your coffee in the morning. So, Burley, week 3 in the books.
We completed 3 weeks.
3 weeks now. Yeah, we're almost a month into this, and and by the time the month ends, then we'll finally realize it's actually 2022.
Yep.
And all the great games coming along with it in February. You got Pokemon Arceus next week. We're going to be talking about that a lot, I'm sure. But then as February starts, we've got the huge slate of big AAA stuff that's going to be coming down the pipeline in the middle and the late part of the month. So, a lot of fun stuff to talk about here on the morning show, as well as on the regular weekly podcast as well. So, and one other thing before we go, The Book of Boba Fett, our Star Wars Republic series, our reactions to Chapter 4 of the Book of Boba Fett is now on our YouTube channel as well as on Patreon, so check that out. So Burley and I do our spoiler reactions to it as well. Okay, everybody. So thank you so much for tuning in and listening. We hope to catch you next week on Monday for another edition of the morning show. So for Burley of Burleman Gaming on Twitch, and for me, your host, Expat, take care. Have a great day. Have a great weekend, everybody. So take care. Peace out. Burley, kill the feed.
Will do. Yeah.